Hello all, this is JC3 from Is This Real? Do you want to start your own podcast? Then look no further than Buzzsprout.com. We here at Green Hour Media use Buzzsprout, and we love the team at Buzzsprout. They are all about helping you succeed. Buzzsprout gets your show listed in every major podcast platform. Follow the link in our show notes to let Buzzsprout know that we sent you. It gets you a $20 paid Amazon gift card if you sign up with a paid plan and helps support our show. Join us and over 100,000 podcasters already using Buzzsprout.com to get your message out to the world.
From the Keith Vincent Kayla Studios in Patterson, New Jersey, Green Hour Media proudly presents Is This Real? Tonight, we are going to enter Season 6. So buckle up, boys and girls. This is our topics.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Is This Real? We are starting off our Season 6. We're finally here for Season 6, and people are coming back in the booth. After a leave of absence with, his head spinning around, usually, Mr. Roblox is back in the booth. Hello, Mr. Roblox. How are you today?
Head spinning around, really?
Well,
it's called vertigo.
It's the same shit.
Whatever. Yo, what's going on, everybody?
How does it feel to be back in the booth, Roblox?
Fucking fantastic.
As you said, do you like the mic that looks like a... Never mind. Dad, say hello to Season 6.
Hello, Season 6, and how are you?
And this episode, it's going to be general talk for everybody. We're going to talk about what we're going to be talking about in Season 6 and, just our feelings on our season so far. And Josh, I don't know if you've listened to any of most of Season 5 because, you weren't here for most of Season 5. So have you listened to any of the episodes of Season 5?
I'm starting to catch up only because my hearing finally went back to normal after a month and a half. Things sounded funny, but I think I caught, what episode was it? I don't even remember. I was trying to listen to it in the car. I had a rough, week and a half back at work. But I have been trying to listen to make sure you've done audio well.
And I have.
Because I'm picky.
Yeah, I know. Very picky.
Yeah. Anyway, what do you think, Joe?
What do I think about Season 5?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so the topics, again, I come up with most of the topics.
Don't toot your own horn there, buddy.
They're not as, I'm not, because nine times out of 10, they're good. There's those one-offs where people just sit there and I hear complaints about them, but then those complaints, those episodes that people complain about, usually turn out to be one of our best shows.
Because we're usually
just
talking shit to each other the whole time.
That's true. But I I would go back and talk about more mysteries in another season, maybe later on, depending on how well we go, and hopefully Josh you'll be there for those.
I plan on it.
Head spinning around and stuff like that.
Hey, don't make fun of that shit, man. I'm telling you right now.
I know you were in the hospital for that.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Until you're there, it's.
You know why Dad felt better about it? It didn't take him a month and a half to feel better. It took him about 3 days. But he went to the hospital and the nurse fondled his balls, and he felt better after that.
Well, no. What happened was.
No, you don't even have to finish the story, Joe. I already know. That's why you felt better.
I'm sorry.
Meanwhile, I'm over here with an actual viral ear infection, needed to take steroids for 2 weeks.
Did your ears do any ringing while you were doing this?
Not really.
No, that's weird.
It's just, for me, it was just loss of hearing mostly. And then next thing you know, I'm just like...
Yeah, the spitting part got me.
If you could see what the face that he just made when he did... and then he took the steroids and turned to El Hoque. That's...
you know what? It's nothing to laugh at. It's a fucked up situation.
No, but as I was saying, so it's troubling to sit there and try to come up with a lot of topics, especially season by season. Season 4 was easy government stuff. We want to talk about government stuff. Season 5, I was ringing back and forth, like, what the hell do we do? How do we sit there? And I think it was you that I was sitting here one day with, and I was like, let me just ring down. This was like before we got into the season. And I was like, oh, mysteries. We haven't touched really a lot of... Like, everything we do is mysterious, but, like, we didn't touch world mysteries. And I think some of the topics we covered last season had some mysterious vibes to it. Now, granted, I had a list of, like, 20 episodes, I think, at one point that we were supposed to do.
Yeah.
But as, you go through the season... and you're realizing, oh, this doesn't have as much as you think it does. Yeah. And, you research the topics, and then you sit there and two of them, I know the Flannan Isles and the mysterious lighthouse disappearances, they're both the same thing, but named differently.
Yeah.
So as I was doing the research for that, I'm like, oh, it's the same fucking story. Like, it's the same thing.
What's scary sometimes about mysteries is you can go out there and you can do all the research you want to do, but then you find out when you're done with the show and you go to sit down and you watch TV or something, and then something crops up on the topic you just did, and you're like, wait a minute, I just did an hour and a half on that, and we didn't even touch that. So it does. There is a lot out there for each mystery, even though sometimes when you're in the booth, you can't really, we're allotted a little bit of time. We don't have a lot of time to deal with. So.
I mean, we could sit there and do as long as we want, but
right,
I don't like sitting there going over like an hour.
It's tough to keep
like
somebody's interest in a podcast on one subject for that amount of time. If you want to do that, your podcast is, you should do a 3-hour podcast.
I think our funniest one,
topics.
And was Anthony on the dog suicide bridge episode?
Yes, he was.
That was the funniest episode we did.
I think that was the one I started to try to listen to.
That was hysterical. Yeah. And if you believe it or not, Dad, the Tunguska event has 90 downloads, almost 100 downloads. And it's been up for, March 31st we put it up, so... that's the Tunguska event, another mystery that I felt that we dove into. It was actually really good.
What do we got coming up this year?
This year, okay, so for season 6, we're talking about 2 major subjects. I know, I have them in my head.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Well, I'm just going to broadly name. I'm going to really talk about religion. Mm-hmm. And then on the first part of first half of season 6, we're going to be talking about the Clintons.
Both are just
both Clintons.
Okay.
And next week's episode, when we get back in the booth, next week's episode is going to be basically the history of the Clintons, the family, all about them, stuff like that. Okay. And then I do a part of that. I do want to talk about Bill and his things, and mysterious things about Bill Clinton.
So if there is no week 3 and Is This Real, what happened?
Yeah,
you're touching on the Clintons.
Yes,
if it helps, he was my favorite president. I don't
really.
He had a job on the job. Of course, he's my favorite president.
Jesus Christ!
Hey, I'm saying anything to make sure he don't take me. Okay.
He is, 90 years old now?
Nah, Bill's maybe 68, something like that. I'd say 69, but it'd be too easy.
He was still a former president and probably still has power. I'm not taking any chances.
Oh, he definitely still has power. I mean, what it's a funny thing. I wanted to touch on, and I think I did. Let me see that again. What I wanted to touch... I have to stop saying that word touch with Bill Clinton. I wanted to talk more about what is that thing called, the Clinton list, or the it's a Clinton hit list or some shit like that.
Right. It's supposedly it's a narrative out there that the Clintons get around to people disappear when they mess with the Clintons.
Yeah.
Unproven, by the way.
Yeah, it's very unproven. It's something to talk about, but it's not. There's not a lot of there's some smoke, but there's not a lot of fire to it. If you know what I mean,
right?
I
know exactly what you mean.
Some things I just don't want to sit there and just look at this, talk about stuff like that without any backing to it. Now, as far as the next episode after that, when we talk more about, I really do think, because it goes with another episode we did, 2 episodes we did, I wanted to dive more deep into the Bill Clinton, Jeffrey Epstein friendship.
Ooh, there's a lot there.
There's a lot.
There is a lot there, yeah.
And
Jeffrey or Joffrey?
Joffrey.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you going to spell check next time?
Fuck you, right? So, yes, there's a lot with the friendship between Bill and Joffrey. Because there's Bill's been on the Lolita Express many times.
26.
26. He knows the exact number.
That's
for all you
scary.
people in Espanol, it's 26. 26. We're trying to get the Spanish contingent. What? We have a fan here?
Well, I mean, 26. That's older than what Jeffrey Epstein likes him at. So, what was that?
That was
That's pretty bad.
yeah.
How? He's dead.
Do we know that for sure?
And he's a bad man.
I got a question for you. When Jeffrey Epstein supposedly died or hung himself, the cameras weren't working, the guards weren't around, in that lovely cell that nobody saw. But at the same time that the guy who used to travel around the world looked just like him.
Oh, you're talking
Anthony Bourdain.
Anthony Bourdain. They're both dead.
How do we know that?
Well, they buried a body.
Were you there?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Is that real?
Listen here, bub.
Was it their bodies? I don't know. I'm just going with the flow.
Anywho, so I want, like I said, I want to talk about that because it does tie into like older episodes we did, and before we even get into that, has anyone heard any more on the Ghislaine Maxwell trial?
Nope.
No, they kind of buried that. We were going to cover it, but they can't find anything.
You literally can't. And I tried. We did 2 episodes on it. We did like a short snippet. I think it was me and you that did that. I think it was just you and I that.
I think
you and Eric.
I think we did one. We did one with Dad, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah, and then you didn't find nothing. What's taking the news right now is the Johnny Depp trial.
I don't give a flying fuck about Johnny Depp trial. I don't understand at all.
But
I don't care either. But like the highlight is when you hear someone shits in another person's bed. I like it. I don't care, but it piques my interest.
My favorite line of the whole thing is megapint.
Okay, all right.
That's fucking hysterical. And then to close off the Clintons, we're going to talk about Hillary in the 2016 presidential election, and what she did and her emails. Because there's a lot in those emails. There's a lot in those emails. There's a lot of emails.
Well, the fact that she erased 300,000 of them, and then bleach bit the computer where no one else could figure out what was going on with it. Okay, see, this is the problem I have.
Here we go.
Okay, well, you want a talk show? Well, you're going to get one. Okay, I have a serious issue with the bullshit out there. I got a problem with this fucking twit, and that's all she is.
Twit.
She's an arrogant, self-consistent bitch. Period. And she thinks she's entitled. Well, let me tell you something. You're not. You lost the fucking election in 2016 because you went out there and you called a whole group of people fucking deplorables. Hardworking Americans, you want them to pay your salary. You call them deplorables, you call them this, they're this, they're that, they're everything else. And then you're not well yourself. You collapse all over the place. You don't have a fucking, you scream at people behind the scenes. Nobody likes you.
Yeah, there is a lot of stuff.
So
out there
you know what? I have, and she goes and bleach bits her fucking computer and wipes it clean, and nobody says a word about it. The fuck is that?
Police.
I thought they already came. Jesus, that was quick.
He knows.
It's like, what? Let it hit the fucking air first. My God. And then she does all that shit, and nobody says a word about it. But we got a sitting president whose son is in more trouble But nobody says anything. But Trump took a shit the wrong way, and it's all over the news, and everybody sees that the aliens are coming.
First of all, Amber
give me a
Heard
break.
took a shit the wrong way.
Oh, I don't want to hear about that. Okay, so that's
that's okay. That's okay.
Save it for the episode, Dad.
I
Seriously.
might have to add an episode in just to cover like a special because just to update everybody, and then we'll go take a short little break. I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago. And that has nothing to do with the Clintons.
Oh, wait, hold on. By the way, Ghislaine Maxwell, she's still in the Brooklyn detentional unit, whatever, and she was just released from solitary. You know what that means, don't you? Shank to the neck any day now. And of course, the cameras won't be working, and the guards will be on break at that point.
Yeah. So 2 days ago, I think it was, the United States government has now declassified information on UAPs and UFOs. So do you know what that means?
Oh, the next terror. Forget COVID. We don't even have. Thank God that Russia invaded, so COVID was over.
It's not Russia. Russia's not going to be the next attack.
Oh no, it's going to come from fucking Mars or something.
We're going to have a Mars attack, and it's not going to be like the movie from the 90s. You remember that movie?
Yeah.
I love that.
Mars attack.
I love that movie. But it's going to be from space, and it's going to be anti-American aliens. I'm telling you.
As long as they're like really green and hot, and I could fuck one, yeah, I don't care.
What the fuck?
Hey, look, that's him over there. Homeboy fucked a Martian.
On that note, we're going to take a short little break. We'll be right back.
This might not be short at all.
All right.
Hello, hola, konnichiwa. I have a very important question for you. Is this real? That's the motto of our weekly podcast. We question everything from the paranormal to conspiracies, even the extraterrestrials. There's no topic we won't dive into. So tune in and listen to our show every Sunday at 8 p.m. And remember, folks, question everything.
Hi, this is Anthony from Multimedia Mafia. If you love what we do and you want to know more about us, head on over to greenarrowmedia.org. On there, you're going to find links to both Multimedia Mafia show and our sister show, Is This Real?, which is all about conspiracies and aliens and all sorts of wonderful stuff like that. If you want to support us, head on over to our merch page where you can buy a hat or a mug. We have lots of different designs and cool colors. If you want to meet us, we got pictures up there. We have a little biography, and you can even stream the show right through the website. And hey, don't forget to check out our YouTube link where you can check out all the filming that we do right on our YouTube page. Check us out, greenarrowmedia.org.
And welcome back. So, we got through the first half of season 6 and what we're going to be talking about. And please stay tuned. If you're really interested, I know our biggest episode, which is at above 600 downloads now. Just saying, you know. Nobody's going to give a clap. Okay.
Because you just beat up your mic.
Shut up.
How about you load up the statistics?
Shut up. I know it's over 600 downloads. So see, 601, the Rothschilds episode.
Look, yeah.
It's over 600 downloads. 601 downloads for the Rothschilds. So that got us thinking, like, what if we take a family per season, just talk about it? These big families, and, you know, dive into them. Now, that was just one episode. If people love listening about the Rothschilds, I don't understand why. The family's not that interesting to me, just a bunch of rich white people.
Yeah, but knowing that they have control over stuff, that's the interesting part.
Yeah, that's what I absolutely, I think Block is right, because you gotta put it into perspective. These are the ones who started the monetary system. These are the guys who started the banking. So, you know, again, they control the banks in every country in the world except for a few, and they're always the ones we're at war with. Imagine that.
Yes.
And that probably was our most informative episode probably ever. Like, we went deep into that one.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's why I sat there and said, let's. I originally was going to take a family per episode, but I think there's a lot to do that for one episode per thing. So I said, let's just cut it down to just the Clintons, because the Clintons are in that range of family, powerful families.
They are, and they're not. They are in a political sense. They are. But in a monetary sense, they're not even gum on somebody's shoes.
But the Clintons are interesting in
very interesting.
In
they're
their own
interesting.
right.
His brother was interesting. It's
Yeah.
His whole tenure as what he did as governor of Arkansas.
Yes.
There's a lot there.
So the second half of the season, we have a in-between episode that I think Josh can actually explain because me and Dad, at least I don't.
Actually, I want that one to be kind of a surprise. There is an episode, but I kind of want that one to be a surprise because I think me and Cito can really probably get into that one.
Okay. Then
So leave that off. Like there is one that's in between the two major topics that we have coming for this season, but I think I'm going to get with Cito and we're really going to dive into that one.
All right. So that will be skipped, and stay tuned for mid-season because there is a little bit of a break because on my birthday, June 16th, I'm not going to be here. I have Mets tickets that I'm going to. Me and the family are going to the Mets game that night. So
just tell everybody your plans for your birthday. So if you have a stalker, they're going to find you.
If I have a stalker, I hope it's a female, and let me know. All right?
Okay, so get laid and stabbed at the same time.
862-823.
Oh my God! Go ahead, finish it. I'll finish it for you.
No. So this is one where to me it gets very interesting. The second half of our season, because this is the one. It's not going to stir arguments because we don't argue. We sit there, listen to each other.
Wait, hold on. Is this you're talking? Go ahead.
Yeah. We don't sit there. We don't argue, but we have all sides of the spectrum here. We have heavy on one, heavy on the other. So we're going to be talking about religion, as I said. And we're going to start off with the Antichrist. Well, I don't know. We might rearrange the episodes.
Right.
Because, in some different order. Again, I don't know how the order's supposed to go. But as far as religion itself, as far as like Catholicism, mostly, because I don't want to talk about other religions I don't know mostly about, or talk bad about. You know what I mean? So I know Catholicism and Christianity, and I'm going to stick with those and talk about the mysteries in those because, to me, they're very interesting.
And we have a special guest on one of those episodes as well. I'm not going to reveal that right now.
So as the episodes go, as far as I have right here, again, this is subject to change. It's the Antichrist, the Roman Empire and Christianity, Jesus and Mary Magdalene, the mystery of the Holy Grail, the myth of Jesus Christ, the mystery of the Knights Templar, and Christianity today. I don't know because I don't know how that dynamic is going to play out in the booth. Because as far as you and I, Dad, we're not really we're not extremely religious.
I don't know. What do you mean by religious? I mean, I have my certain beliefs. I am a Roman Catholic.
You're not fanatical.
Yeah, you're not.
Oh, I'm not. Am I going to burn down abortion clinics? No, I'm not going to do that. Sorry.
There you go. That's what he meant.
You're not as fanatical as Mom and Papa were. You know what I mean? Mom and Papa would go to church every Sunday, do everything for the church. If I don't have
if you're asking me whatever the church said, they're the rules, they're the laws. No, I have issues with that. Sorry.
And these subjects. And again, this is just a fair warning to people listening who are very interested in our opinions. I don't know why you would be, but who are very interested in our opinions.
We're good at what we do. That's why.
About these subjects.
Yeah, just don't get us followers. That's fine.
Fine. We're just a bunch of assholes. Don't listen. We're wasting our Thursday nights here, folks.
I'm just saying. Okay, anyway. I don't know how everybody's going to take it because when you think about subjects like this, especially when it comes to religion, that's part of the two topics you don't talk about socially. It's religion and politics. Mm-hmm. You don't talk about those socially.
That's because people don't know how to listen and actually have conversations about topics like that because you have problems with the people who are fanatical. When you have the people who are logical, who sit there and be like, hey, this is a subject, this is exhibit A, B, and C, this is why it doesn't seem like it seems right.
Right.
On either side, whether you believe or don't believe. That's the problem. People don't do that. People automatically is like, once you say a statement, they get offended, and that's it.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it goes to the fanatical sense, because you could sit there and have a conversation with somebody, like, just in a normal conversation. Like, the one which is probably going to be our most controversial topic so far, is the relationship between Jesus and Mary Magdalene.
We'll be back after a quick break.
Hey, Ryan. Hi, this is Sarah Palin.
Ryan, Donald Trump Jr.
Hogs to win, see you. Hey, everybody, I want y'all to check out a fellow Marines podcast.
My name is Ted Nugent, and I got a call from my buddy Ryan F. Samuels, and he wants me to tell you that he's a working hard, playing all-American son of a who is celebrating God, family, country.
Welcome to the Ryan Samuels Show, one of the top political podcasts in the United States, where we have a healthy distrust for government and mainstream media. The Ryan Samuels Show is a raw, unfiltered look at American politics.
Well, I think anytime you're touching Jesus, now you see again, you can have a religious conversation about a certain religion, but the minute you start touching on the
Idols
figures,
in those religions?
well, yeah, the main people or the main symbols of that religion, that's when people get touchy. Like if you were to come to me and say, I really don't agree with anything the Catholic Church does. Okay, that's your opinion. You're more than welcome your opinion.
Yeah.
But I think Jesus Christ is an asshole. Well, then we got a problem. Okay, I don't go shitting on your God. Don't go shitting on mine. There's no reason to do
Well,
that.
I don't think anybody's going to be shitting
Well,
on
no,
any
I know
God.
that, but there's no reason for that.
That also depends on how you approach the subject. Like the one episode, like you just said, Jesus is Mary Magdalene. It's not about shitting on people's religion. It's about talking about the relationship between Jesus and Mary Magdalene.
Right,
if
there
they
was
were real,
more.
if they were real people, as per the Bible, what was written down, this was their relationship.
Right.
However, if you interpret it differently, then that's an iffy subject. But we're just trying to talk about the two
Yeah, you're
people.
not-
That's
Well,
it.
that's what I'm saying, because, again, another controversial topic is there's a lot of, like I said, there's mystery of the myth of Jesus Christ, whether he was a real person or not. There's a lot of people who sit there and can have a conversation of whether Jesus Christ was real or not, and not get as offended, or not as offended as talking about Jesus having a relationship with a woman.
Okay.
I've had conversation with people who get more offended thinking that Jesus was, had a
A
relationship.
celibate saint versus
Yeah.
him actually being a human being and
Yeah.
having a relationship with a woman.
And like compared to saying like, oh, Jesus wasn't real or stuff like that. Like I've never had someone yell at me because not that I don't, because I do believe Jesus Christ is real and all that, but I've never had someone sit there and yell at me because they thought, in the conversation when I said like, oh, Jesus Christ, the myth, stuff like that, and people like, well, this, that, and other thing. But then when you talk about him actually having a relationship with a woman, that kind of like taints their view of Jesus. And
Which is weird because at that point, that just basically tells you that people don't actually read the Bible. They only pick and choose what they want from it. Which is one of my
Well, I think
biggest
what's the
gripes.
slippery slope there too, Joshua, is
It is.
I mean, he can have a relationship, or was it a sexual relationship? Was there a born? I mean, some people say there was a daughter named Sarah that was born. That's where it gets a little dicey for some people because, you're always taught that Jesus was perfect. He was a man. He was perfect. Now he was a man. So
Exactly.
exactly. So now, see, the beauty of all of that is we don't know. So
Exactly.
so we can literally, I mean, you and I come from a different perspective. I believe, you're not a believer. But neither one of us are going to get up and throw darts at each other.
Yeah, no.
Not, I mean, in a loving way, yeah, but we're not going to go out and, I respect your opinion, you respect mine. And that's where we lose it in the world today, and I believe you're absolutely right. People don't have they don't think people are listening to respond. They're not listening to hear.
Yeah.
And that's where you got a problem everywhere. And everybody does it. It's not, I'm not just, trying to say, oh, I don't do it. I do it as well. So,
well, that's a natural human thing, especially
it
when
is, but you got to be respectful and you got to have restraint. That's where.
Yeah, if you're not going to be an asshole, like you said before, like, oh, well, fuck Jesus or whatever. Like, as long as you don't, like, pull that type of method, then you can have a conversation. Like, it's not that hard for people. Oh, and by the way, I actually am looking forward to the myth of Jesus Christ because I did find something. I'm not going to spoil it, though. I'm going to keep it for the episode.
All right.
I found something I find really interesting, and I want to see if anybody else knows about it. But, zip to the episode.
Well, my
But what about him,
Mr. West?
Mr. West?
Mr. West, which, by the way, if with our lovely Twitter follower now, his name is Nelson. Also, shout out Nelson.
Yes,
Nelson. Shout out to Big Nelson.
I've been paying
following.
attention to the Twitter, and I've been seeing his response.
He
Thank you, by the way.
loves
sir.
Mr. West.
Absolutely.
Absolutely loves Mr. West.
Out of left field, too. I checked the notifications the other day, and it was, I forgot the actual Twitter name. I can look it up in a second. But it was like, yada, yada, yada. Oh, I love Mr. West. I was like, damn, that came out of nowhere. I was like, not expecting it. Like, I'm okay with having
We're all
fans.
just gonna go fuck ourselves.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, to each their own. Everyone,
Yeah.
like, if you listen to podcasts, you probably have your own favorite person. Like, I mean,
Well, like
come
you said,
on.
you said the couple people in North like Dad, right?
Yeah.
Who likes me?
I've been trying to whore us out in Vermont
As
to
you-
people I know.
The fucking word whore.
Whore us out. What? It's me sitting there going, hey, follow us. Hey, tell someone
you
else
go.
about it. Hey,
There
do
you
this.
go. You got
It's whoring us out, okay? That's it. Plain and simple. Anyway, one or two of them do like you and your perspective. So that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Cool.
All the white people
I
in Vermont
believe
Fucking more lunatics in this world.
they're friends with me. That should tell you everything you need to
Oh,
know.
dear God.
All right. First of all. Second of all, the Twitter name is Pink Dollar. That is the person.
I'm just calling Nelson.
I mean, yeah, his name's Nelson because, he said that.
He was
But-
like, my name is Nelson too. I was like, all right, Nelson.
Yeah. But on Twitter, it's Pink Dollar, and it's at RNW126, which, again, thank you for following us and your comments. I will reply accordingly.
Yeah, I replied and
Yeah,
made
yeah, I
fun
saw
of,
yours.
my spelling mistake.
Yeah.
Even though I was in the middle of handling a customer when I
You should have
replied
waited
that.
till the customer was gone.
Anywho, so Mr. West, and I don't want to speak for him because he's not here, obviously, but I know Eric, and I know his views on religion.
Mm-hmm.
He likes a good mystery as the next one. Like he likes talking about mystery. And again, as long as there's respect in the room and respectful, like we always do.
Yeah, look,
There's never going to be a problem.
First of
And
all,
he actually wants Jazz to come on. Jazz is his wonderful girlfriend because she's more religiously.
Yeah.
More religious person than he
Yeah,
is.
I read it. I remember the text when he
Yeah.
was telling us. He would like to have her probably as a guest if it's possible, if he can make the room. Because she is actually a lot more religious than he is. I think he's more believes in Jesus and spiritual than religious.
Yeah,
I
he
believe.
doesn't believe in the construct of religion itself.
Yeah. So I think that she's like the opposite of that, and that's why I believe he said he would like.
Yeah,
to
I
get
mean,
her on.
come on. He screamed "fuck the Pope" on what episode? Like,
Oh God, can you not repeat it?
yes.
why is the
please.
Pope gonna ban us from?
You
going
never
to
know.
Rome?
You never know.
This does go worldwide.
Fuck it. Fuck them.
We have followers even in Japan. You told me the other day. All right, let's not
Fuck
take the
them in
chance.
Patterson, New Jersey.
Yeah, exactly. You never know.
They never come to the room.
All right. Anyway, moving on.
Just saying.
Now,
Him
let me
and his
ask you
big
another
hat.
question. Any of these religious episodes, are we going to have Mr. Waldwick? Is he going to be here?
Who?
The Don at the desk. Is he going to be here?
Oh, Anthony said he wants to be here for every one of them.
Oh, for the religious ones?
Yes, he
so
wants
we're
to
gonna
do
have pretty full
religion.
booth.
Why?
Oh, because Anthony. Anthony actually loves. And he, by the way, he is the dick at the desk now. All right,
Oh, the dick at the desk.
He's the dick at the desk. Now he's not the Don because that episode is defunct and dead. I mean, that show's defunct and dead. All right.
Unfortunately,
He is the dick at the desk. That's his new nickname.
Okay.
What?
I'm not saying anything. I'm saying okay.
You know he's a dick.
That's why I said okay.
So yeah, he wants to be on a religious episode. Anthony loves talking about religion, straight up. Like that's one of his things that he loves talking about, which is why he jumped on any religious episodes that we had. Granted, we've had 3 religious episodes, I think.
Give or take.
I think we had the Secrets of the Vatican, and then we had the abuse allegations episode in the Catholic Church, and that was a 2-parter. I think
Yeah,
it was.
That was good.
So, there's we do talk about religion here. It's just more we're going to get more in depth with it,
Yeah.
and we're going to talk about the actual figures in religion and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
I think, like I said, and then you have Christianity Today, which is going to end out our season, and then I already have season 7 planned out.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I'm ready for season 7.
Okay. All right.
But like I said, I do want to fit in there one episode. Now, again, this is not going to be broadcast this weekend. It's going to be broadcast in a couple of weeks. So I do want to fit in somewhere And it has nothing to do with either topics this season, just like the middle episode has nothing to do with either topics this season. Well, I do want to talk about this UAPs and UFOs, because I think that's very interesting.
Well, if you're going to do that, then you need to watch Skinwalker Ranch. I'm telling you what's going on here. You got to fucking see this for yourself. It's fucking amazing. It really is.
Very interesting that they did that.
And it's what I love about that show, it's real time. It's stuff that you're seeing now. I mean, obviously they recorded it last summer, but you're seeing it as it's happening. And the shit that they just did in the last 2 episodes will scare the shit out of you.
We'll be back after a quick break.
Hello, nerds. Come listen to the History Nerds United podcast, and let's make history fun again. We interview today's best authors, whether they are established Pulitzer Prize winners or someone debuting their first book. Let us show you that history is not a boring class you took in high school, but a place where the best stories come from. And we don't just cover history, we also love to chat about true crime, biographies, memoirs, and so much more. So head on over to History Nerds United and let us introduce you to your new favorite book and learn the story behind the story.
History Nerds United.
Well, we're going to take a short little break, and then we're going to come back and give our final takes, and give which episode we're going to be more interested in this season. Well, not more interested, but looking forward to. Mm-hmm. So we'll be right back.
If you're looking for a dining experience like no other in the North Jersey area, Soprano's Pizza and Restaurant is your place. Located at 400 Minnesink Road in Totowa, New Jersey, Soprano's offers pizza, sandwiches, Italian delights such as specialty pizzas, seafood, soup, salad, burgers, sides, and much, much more. Free delivery on all orders, more convenient ordering online. Download the app on Google Play or in the Apple Store and track your order. Or if you prefer, just stop by and pick it up. Either way, Soprano's Pizza and Ristorante in Totowa always satisfies. Pleasant staff, exceptional atmosphere, and great food. Open 10 to 10 every day. Visit their website at www.sopranospizzeriamenu.com or phone 973-256-7115. That's 973-256-7115. Soprano's Pizza. Give it a try.
And welcome back. So, gentlemen, to close out our first episode of Season 6, I just want to ask everyone in the booth, what is the episode you're looking forward to? Like, this season so far? Like, which one intrigues your interest mostly? Yashua?
Technically, I have 2.
That's fine. I said episodes. That's plural.
Well, you said episode most looking forward to, but okay. Anyway, the Bill Clinton one, just because, you know.
Bill Clinton, Jeffrey Epstein?
He's your favorite president.
Yeah, because I already made that comment. So that's the first one. But the one I'm really looking forward to is actually the myth of Jesus. Like I said before, I kind of ruined it already. But there is something I did find, and I really want to bring it up, and not as like insulting. Like I really want to have a discussion about it. So that is, for me, that's definitely like the one I am looking forward to. All the other ones are good, you know, with the idols and Templars and all that type of stuff. Mm-hmm. But the myth of Jesus Christ, I really do want to trust on. I'm waiting for that one. I am going to do more into that one thing I found to see if I can get even more stuff, if there is. And then I'll bring it all to the table come the episode.
All right. Faja?
I'm going to say the Jeffrey Epstein one is very intriguing to me. Joffrey. There's a lot there, and I really want to get into it. And then I guess after that, maybe I'm with Joshua on this one, the myth of Jesus Christ, only because I want to debate that, even though I think it's not a real myth at all. But I want to hear what other perspectives are. That's all.
Well, mine, I have 3 because they're all interconnected. Okay. Somehow, some way, and this all stems from. I know if you're
greedy bitch.
Fuck you. If you're all, if anybody out there have ever watched the Da Vinci Code, most of the shit you see from this season, I'm going to be talking about the Da Vinci Code.
I did see. I believe it was the first one.
The Da Vinci Code.
Well, no, because they continued it.
Well, yeah, but it wasn't called the Da Vinci Code.
I don't fucking know. I just said I saw that one. That's it. That's all I can tell you. I know it continued. I just forgot the names of the other ones, so I only saw
Well, the
first
second
one.
was Angels and Demons.
Oh, see, you know more than me. There you go.
I do know more than you.
All right, then.
Okay. But like I said, it's Jesus.
I missed this.
Jesus is Mary Magdalene, the Mystery of the Holy Grail, and the Mystery of the Knights Templar. I feel all three of them are somewhat connected, and I'm really interested in finding that domino that keeps going from episode to episode.
Going to be great because you know where I'm going to go with that.
God, if you fucking bring up the goddamn thing in British Columbia, I'm going to hit you.
Oak Island, baby.
Dude,
You know
why
what?
don't you just suck off the History Channel, all right?
Okay, well, you know what?
I'll let you save it for the episode.
Right, exactly. So there, I'm not going to say no more.
Okay, fine. But like I said, there's again the
There'll
Holy
be no
Grail,
sucking off of the History Channel. First off, let's just make that clear.
the Holy Grail and the Knights Templar are connected.
Well, there goes my night.
And somehow, some way, there are rumors out there that it has to do with Mary Magdalene, that where the Holy Grail is and stuff like that. So there's a trickle effect for those 3 episodes, which is like they're so interconnected with each
You
other.
better bring your A game.
I always bring my A game. Thank you very much.
Apple.
Nope. I'm not saying anything.
Good.
Anywho, we got to get this, kill this puppy here. Let's go.
First of all, great. Now they
Peter's after us. Thanks, Dad.
God damn it. But yeah, so that's our season 6, and we're going to have a lot of guests this season. A lot of people you already listened to, you know, Tony, Cito, West should be back. Jazz will probably make her debut on an episode this year. But Bubba, Uncle Bubba, I think wants to be on an episode this year also.
Yeah, we got to open up a little bit, a little company wide, because to be honest with you, I think we all need to get behind Cito with this show. I really want. I want
2 episodes. Cito.
I know, but I want to push it like we push our show. I want to push his show because I really think I think you have an opportunity.
Cafe Talk with Cito drops. The first episode drops June 1st.
He's got. This is going to be a good show. He's got a. He's finding his way around really, really quickly, and and you can see his heart is in it. So
And by the way, I do have to shout him out. He sent me a text message the other day when we were talking about our downloads in Japan.
Yeah.
And he goes, I have to ask you a question. I'm like, what's up, Cito? He goes, do you think I could use the company and the logo? I have a project that I'm doing for school, and I want to promote within the project. I went, what do you mean? He goes,
First of all, you don't have to ask permission. Hold on. I'm texting him after we're done recording. Just saying.
I'm like, yeah, and he was like, can you just send me the logo? I was like, okay, here's the logo. And then I said, I did create one, and I sent it to him, and I haven't showed anybody else this, but I created a mug thing again.
Yeah.
That I sent. He was like, I was like, use this to sell mugs too. I was like, because we haven't sold any freaking mugs yet.
No.
So he was.
We sold one.
Yeah, we sold one. Yeah.
Hello, remember I told you my friend in Vermont,
Oh,
the one that actually does like Joe.
The one that we actually did
He actually
send out.
does like Joe. Go think about that.
The one that we actually did send out, and our customer got it.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on.
That wasn't our fault.
We sent that package out to fucking England. Okay.
Yeah, it's $45 later.
$45 later, and the thing comes bouncing back. I mean, we're not in the business of keeping the post office rich here either. I mean, it came back and said the what was it?
Address was wrong or something.
Address
like
was
that.
wrong. I mean, we copied the right address, so I don't know.
But,
I
yeah.
don't know what to deal with that.
So Cito's doing it in school now, in school promotion.
Yeah, because I told him to. I didn't realize he was going to ask for permission to use our logo.
Yeah, Cito's
he didn't have the logo, so I just sent it to him. That's why I was like, "Here's the logo."
He's a go-getter. He's going to push this, and you know what? I give the kid a lot of credit because he came up with the idea himself. He produced it himself. He sat on it. He wasn't rushing into it.
He actually typed an MLA format.
I mean, when I got that email, I was like, "What the flying fuck is this? What are we getting involved with here?" So it was.
You asked for ideas for a show, and you asked the college student. Yeah. What the fuck did you think?
I didn't know I was going to get like the Bible. But anyway, I have no regrets.
We're going to be talking about the Bible later this season.
Yeah, and the best was getting him and Anthony on the show together. Oh my God. Hey, if you listen to those two shows,
you have to listen to it. Yo.
We actually turned off our mics and let them go at it.
Mm-hmm. Because Anthony would sit there and if you listen, the narrative for Anthony this season, for last season, season 5, is stop talking about aliens. And Cito started to talk about aliens.
All right. I'll go back and listen.
It was fucking incredible.
Let's get this over.
As this season comes to a start, it's a brand new season for us here in Is This Real?
The birds are chirping.
We are talking about 2 major topics this year, and we finally have Roadblock back in the booth. We're going to get Mr. West back in the booth soon, and then we're going to be a full booth. We have a whole new looking booth, at least. It's not a new booth. But, so follow us on our, all of our social media. Roadblock,
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah, Roadblock handles the Facebook and the Twitter. I handle the Instagram. We don't have a Snapchat because we're not whores here.
Says the guy who was paying whores to sell our podcast.
Yeah, that was a while ago, though.
Okay.
Why do you think we're at 8,000-9,000 downloads?
Most likely,
Just saying. But yes, so continue to download, continue to follow, and we do have a new show. Well, Green Hour Media Reacts. Episodes are going up on YouTube almost weekly now. So go to our YouTube page and hit that like and follow button and subscribe. But from all of us here at Green Hour Media is Israel. Everyone say good night, and we'll see you next week.
Good night. See you next week.
Good night, everybody.
And good night, guys. Remember, question everything. Good night, everybody.
Konnichiwa, bitches. It's Ryu West speaking. If you want to find out more about the Is This Real podcast, follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/isthisrealpc or on Twitter at isthisrealpc or on Instagram at isthisrealpodcast, all one word.